Alright, what's good with y'all? Back with another video, and today I'm going to be going through all of my Nike Eybl collection. Every summer for the Nike Eybl circuit, Nike drops a bunch of different shoes, colorways, and a lot of their signature models. And these Eybl colorways are some of the most exclusive, some of the most expensive, and some of the best looking colorways that Nike drops throughout the whole year. Typically, most of them don't re-release. Drop is a general release, so they're pretty hard to get, and you're going to have to pay resale. It's usually a pretty penny. So I'm gonna go through some of the pairs I have. Everything in this video is 100% authentic and real. But let's go ahead and get started. One of my most recent pickups of Eybl shoes. Actually, it's not the most recent no more, but we'll get into that later. Eybl GT Cut 1. This is one of my favorite GT Cut 1 colorways of all time. Love the GT Cut 1s. One of my go-to dunk contest shoes at one point. Even with a little bit more weight in the shoe, just because of everything from the traction to the cushion to the looks of the shoe. I had to take them with me. Help me get the job done. A lot of wins in these, man. It's neon colorway though, with the crimson red. By far one of the best colorways in my opinion, bro. And on foot, they look crazy. Little highlighter shoes. I love bright hoop shoes. I also ran track. I also was a Division I track athlete at one point in college. And in track, if you had like bright spikes, you was that guy. You was the fastest. You was the highest jumper. That was just a thing in track. Like I don't know why that was a thing, but I learned early, like I did track 1 year in high school. My senior year, I was fifth in the state of high jump. And like I always saw like the fast kids with the new bright Nike spikes or whatever. And then when my team said, yeah, all the fast people, that's just like the thing. So that's the cool shit in track. I did track in college for a couple years at Division I level, so I kind of took that mindset over to the basketball court. Especially because I'm always wearing black and stuff like that. So to have a little bit of pop of color in the shoes is a nice touch. Next on the list though, Kobe 5 Eybls. I actually recently got these too. I'm supposed to do a full review on these. The other shoe that has the Eybl logo on the tongue was under my desk because I still had to do the review. Very disappointing. I bought these, I think they Pro Trucked maybe 3-4 years ago. I bought them recently. And with Kobe's, if you know, you know, over time the traction kind of fades, especially as they get older. And it tends to have some issues with that or sole separation, different things. And unfortunately, the traction on these kind of faded. I did a traction test and slipped out completely in them. So, yeah, can't really hoop in these. The grip and everything, if you look at them, check them out, 100% there, no issues. The traction just faded. I also did like 2 other traction tests that day when I took them to the court, and I had no issues with any other shoes, so it wasn't the court. I think I even gave one shoe like a 9 or 9.5 out of 10 when it came to traction that day. I did think this is a cool colorway. A lot of Kobe 5's color blocking is simple, but I do love when it has like the white with just the color. Kind of giving me this pop of color with the Caitlin Clark's. Same little vibe, but a little less. Those are in the collection. I like collecting all the Eybl shoes. I did get rid of the Jordan 37 lows in the Eybl colorway. Actually, don't know why I got rid of those. I think I just wasn't wearing them. It wasn't like a crazy staple piece to have. It was Jordan 37. I was like, and it ended up being in Ross like a year later. And now a bunch of people have them and got them for the low. So, yeah, no more Jordan 37 Eybls for me. Yeah, I'm looking at my little section. Damn near all of my Eybl kicks are over here. We might as well start with the ones that we first. Actually, we'll start from the top, work our way down. Job 1 Eybls. I actually was not a fan of the Job 1s at all when it came to performance. I want to half size up in these though. And luckily, that was what they were selling. So I got them for the low. I think I paid $100 for these. Something like that. I forgot the name of the reseller, but he hooked me up. I also negotiate a lot when it comes to certain things. I'm like, if it's older, I know a lot of people aren't looking for it. You can get some people to sell you stuff for a little bit better price, especially when it's older, because you're probably one of the few people looking for a Job 1 Eybl when the Job 3s are out. Just shit like that. But this is a cool one. I think there was 3 Job 1 colorways. They had 2 mismatched ones and then this orange like melon one. Cool split traction at the bottom. Traction on these, I never had any issues with traction on Job 1s. Cushion was just ass, and the upper was always stiff as hell, especially if you went true to size. Yeah, these are cool. I actually don't think I've hooped in them. I think I wore them to the court, did the review because I've had other Job 1s. I've had like 4 pairs, so I know how they feel. And the other one, GT Cat 3 Eybl, another recent pickup. I get a lot of shoes, man, damn. You should cut 3 Eybl. I paid $380, I believe, for these. Super exclusive colorway. I had the Jewel Lloyds in the pink colorway, but got rid of those to add these to my collection. See the Eybl stamp on the back, on the tongue, on the side of the shoe as well. A lot of cool hints and details. The Nike sign has this like Halloween theme to it, and it has Eybl on the laces as well. I don't know, just something about a good Nike EYBL kick. Colors, different shoes, different designs. I'm not saying that nobody else is gonna have them, but like for Jordy, it's a small amount of people that have them. I hate going to a gym and someone else wearing the same shoes. I don't know, something about it just bothers me. I didn't like uniforms growing up either. Not like in sports, but like in school, everybody wearing the same clothes and shit. Like, I didn't have hella bread or anything, so it wasn't like I was just wearing Louis Vuitton and True Religion and shit like that to school every goddamn day. But just to have your own style and personality, I like that, even if it's something simple. Just recently got these. Shout out StockX. They sent me these, and I just took them to the court. Whole Ja logo is done on the inside. It means I was hooping in them. I got some buckets, got some cool dunks, got to wear them. I actually mismatched these with, I believe it was these. The day I went to go hoop in them. That was a mismatch for the day. I got the Ja on both the shoes. Super cool. I think, bro, at this point, I'm going to get every Ja 3 colorway. I have the Halloween ones on the way. These are super tough. I got the light show. I got the price of admissions early. It's just like there's so many cool colorways and designs, so unique. Very different from what Nike's been dropping for a very long time. I had some Sabrina 3s. I got rid of the pair I had because I have 2 pairs of Nike IDs coming in. But it's something that like, okay, these is cool. But the colorway cool, the design just kind of simple. It's crazy how like the Ja 3s have dropped and you haven't heard too much about the Sabrina 3s since. Everybody was lit when the Nike ID or the Nike by You came out with the Sabrina 3s. But last year, and I think the year before, Sabrina's shoe of the Nike by You sold out like first day, first couple hours. So I remember I made, both years I've been doing the what the, and I usually make another colorway or two. And every year it's been like, oh, I did them super early as soon as it dropped. And then 4 or 5 hours halfway through the day, I'm posting the videos, everything like that. People are like, oh, it's not there anymore. And then it's gone for like 2 weeks to a month. And they bring it back a little bit, then it usually sells out. And it didn't sell out this year from what I've seen. I think I just checked the Nike app last night and there were still By Yous on there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the Ja By You. That EYBL colorway is cool. I do think it's a little boring though for EYBL colorway. Especially compared to like the light shows look more interesting. The New York versus New York, it's all black, but the all black on these with the spray paint A, that contrast is fire. And the price of admission, pink, purple, scratch design, crazy. Next. Book 1, EYBL. I think I got these and I got the GT Cut 3 EYBLs from Hardwood Heat. I actually did, yeah. I wanted these for a while. I remember when they dropped, but they were like $1,000, bro. Crazy. And I seen they were on Whatnot. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go on Whatnot. I have no clue what it is. And see if I could pick up any shoes for the low. Wouldn't say I got these for the low, but I paid like $380 for them on Whatnot. And it was definitely a shoe that I wanted. Super cool design, super bright, super vibrant. I took these to the court though. This leather toe box ripped all the skin off my big toe. Like all the skin. Yeah, it was rough. So these are very uncomfortable. I was wondering why my damn toe was sore the next day. Looking down, I got a scab on my big toe, everything. My skin was missing. So yeah, I don't know how much I'll be hooping in these, like hooping, but I go to the gym every day. And usually I bring like 2 to 3 shoes. So if I want to shoot around in one, lift in another, that's usually what I do to get the most wear out of all my shoes. And even to break in multiple shoes at a time. Because if I wear one shoe every single day, there's months where I get sent more than 30 shoes in 30 days. And it's like, you gotta wear them to be able to figure them out. You gotta hoop in them. I can only hoop so many days in a month. Traction on these is a cool design. Also, traction on the book ones, in my opinion, I've had like 10 pairs. So inconsistent. I've had pairs with really good traction. I've had pairs with somewhat shaky. These are in that somewhat shaky category. They're good on clean courts and after a wipe, but pick up dust quick. Even some of the solid pairs pick up dust quick for me and struggle a little bit with the traction. Next. Everything else on this list is going to be a KD. I believe that's all I have for the EYBL collection. 3 more shoes including these, but we have the KD 18 EYBLs. These were actually a general release. And they did an EYBL circuit. I don't know which one it was out here in Arizona, and they did a pop-up selling these. But then they also sold them at Dick's Sporting Goods like the next day or 2 or something like that. So I just ended up ordering them at Dick's Sporting Goods, woke up early, placed my order. I don't even think they sold out at the time they did. And I still believe these are sitting on the Nike app. I will put my Nike link down below if you want to pick up a pair of these or any of the new Nike releases. But KD 18s, I love them. I rock with them. They are a little bit heavy. They're about the same weight of like a GT Cut 1. I love the tech they put in the KD 18s. They usually have a 4-foot Zoom Air unit of some sort, Zoom Strobel, and they have a plastic plate in the 4-foot for some reason. It isn't uncomfortable or super hard or anything, so I don't mind it at all. You put Cushline in the midsole, super comfortable, super nice, love Cushline. Traction is typically pretty consistent. Only issue I have here and there with different KD models is the heel slippage. It was better in this shoe than the 15s. I don't think I had any heel slippage with the 16s. 17s was cool, it just had a fat ass tongue and I hated the way it looked. I do have the Unpearl KD 17s. Gotta get the Unpearls. And then these, cool. I went and hooped in them, took them to a pro run and everything. Had some crazy dunks, knocked down some shots, got some cool buckets. Most of my hoop content is posted on my main Instagram and YouTube somewhat. That's Tony Crosby or TC2TV on YouTube. Yeah, Spaceman boot with the bright green. I think they're smooth. Next. EYBL KD 15. Where the hell does it say EYBL at? I think it's another shoe. EYBL KD 15. I don't know why they don't put it on both shoes some of the time. It's even on the insole of the shoe as well. Bright orange colorway. Thought these were cool. Got these for low too. I think I paid like $100 something for these. Just because I know I didn't really like KD 15s. Not because the performance was bad, but because of the heel slippage. I had the Pearls. And also they get this material in the toe box gets dirty as shit quick. It picks up dirt so bad. Especially in lighter colorways. I had the Pearls. I think I wore them twice. Maybe once. Twice or once, bro, and they were damn near like beat already. And I only hoop indoors, everything like that, so I'm taking them things back. These though, cool colorway. Super bright, super vibrant, exactly what you would expect in an EYBL shoe. Black also. I did a performance review on these. Traction was cool. I could do a full one if y'all want, just let me know. Cause I don't even think I had Crosby kicks when the KD 15s were out. I think I was doing shoe reviews on my main page still at that time. Last but not least, a grail for me. I remember when these ones on 2K. And when these brought out, they were around like $200. Didn't have bread like that at the time. I was in high school. And if anything, I got me one hoop shoe a season. I might have had to like save up some lunch money or something like that to put in for like the shoes. They were $200. My budget was probably like $150, something like that. But all the Kobe's, the Bronze, and the KD Elites was all like $200, $180 plus. So if you know, you know. What a time to be alive, bro. When Nike ID was really crazy, when Kobe's was going crazy, Bronze was going crazy, the 10s, the 11s, the 12s, all the playoff colorways, all the Christmas Day colorways. Bro, Nike used to go all out back then. But this one, a grail. I only paid $200 for these. I actually found these on GOAT. And they were like basically new. Came with box and everything, extra laces, all the above, all the 9. EYBL on the tongue. And I was like, yeah, bro, I gotta have these. And it's one of those shoes you can low-key shoot offers. I think he had it a little higher. I think he had it like 3 something. And I think I offered 180. And then with tax and everything, I ended up paying like 2 something. It's one of those shoes that like, not a lot of people were like going on GOAT. Like, damn, I need the KD 5s. Like, damn. It's not a shoe that's been recently pro-trolled. And a lot of y'all younger kids probably don't even know about the KD 5 or know that there's a KD 5 low top or whatever it is, unless you're a sneakerhead. So I went on there, was able to find a steal. I even went and hooped in these. If you haven't checked it out, I did a Can you hoop in a KD 5 in 2025 video on this account. Took them to the court, hooped in them. I was terrified the whole time they would break or a sole would separate. But they held up just fine. All for my EYBL collection. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you have any video ideas, any shoe reviews you want to see in the future, let me know and I'll get them done.